Hey, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode. So, this is your host, Miguel Oliveros Chavez, and I'm super excited to have you guys here today on the Big Brother 11 live episode 11 chat. I can't believe we made it, you guys, to episode 11. This is so cool. I'm going to let you guys know that I'm apologized because I've done these a little bit out of order, but I'm going to do the best that I can. So, last time when we left off, so we have Kuzi as HOH. We have, unfortunately, we lost, Vanessa. We send her good vibes, and I send her the most love and support. She did an amazing gameplay, and we had, Hope and Santina on the block. Hope wins power veto, and Kuzi puts up Zach. And as we know now, as the lifeys were down, or not the lifeys, but the dailies were down, we learn the drama that occurred. So here it starts. So we learned that Zach was playing this in the spa, and Zach was just really when we started off, Zach was just very emotional. Everybody was just looking around. And the quote that Kuzi said, you miss 100% shots, but she's talking about. So when she told Zach to take a seat, I think the first thing that the audio description person told me was that what's her face? Santina's face when she springs at Zach, which was hilarious. They both stand, and then, everyone does the same thing. They hug and whatnot, And Santina in the diary, we learned that she's very happy. And Zach and Hope are not very happy because they wanted to control Hope to use the veto on Santina, which is wild. You win your own veto. And then we get to the conversation where Anika and Daniel tell Hope that, he did the right thing. We learned that, Jonathan was proud of Hope for winning the POV. And then, Hope tells Jonathan, you got a brother, a real, said Jonathan. And then we learned that, from 1240, so the next conversation we have is with Dan, Zach, and Ty, which this is just so gross. Zach is talking to them and telling them about the crazy that, we're walking, right? And I want to talk about this because I think this is ridiculous for these boys, the way that they're acting. They're just man children. It's a man child, honestly, and it's just so embarrassing to see them running around just because Hope did not want to use a veto on Santina. That's insane. Who does that? So then, we get to the, so we learn, that Zach is backpedaling. And then he says that, Hope was quote unquote cheating in the game with the letter that his girlfriend wrote. Mind you guys, this letter that was written for Hope was sent in a sock, and it was from his girlfriend telling him that he loved him. And of course, we know that we can't have letters in the game, but it's not that big of a deal. But what that was big of a deal is that these boys, used it last minute instead of letting them know when it happened. So the next thing we know is it's 1:35 p.m. I think this is Wednesday night. They start to have an argument, and as Jonathan passes the boys, Dan, Zach, and Ty say, ball game. When Hope goes into the diary room, So Hope goes into the diary room and gets his letter. He puts it on the chair, and as we I told you guys it was in a sock. So Hope was upset, thinking that he was going to go home. So we get the argument. We get the argument between Jacuzzi, Zach, and Ty. And Renee and Jonathan have a conversation, basically saying that the boys are attacking them. We get, and then Arissa comes on. She talks about the messy week. So Ty is gonna have a conversation with Hope about them being intimidating, which is Ty and Zach being intimidating to Hope. And I just found this super gross, you guys, because honestly, it's ridiculous. These boys are condescending, they're rude, they're sloppy, they're just not very nice people in general. And they talk down to everyone else like if they were not human. I've seen it in the dailies, the way they talk to people when they use the gummy bears, earlier this week. So then we have a conversation between Dan and Kuzi. And then, Zach's gone into the lowest of the lows. He keeps saying that he's going to walk out. And then Rizza comes in, as you all know, that Big Brother when Zach told them that they have prohibited items, Big Brother heard that the rule was broken. We know hidden the day after the premiere episode. So anything that would have given or the house guests, we take it seriously, and we have consequences over the letter. So we learned that Hope will be stripped from his vote, which doesn't even matter tonight, and will not be able to play in the next HOH. Which all of us were just in shock. I was completely in shock. I was like, what? But, so they provided letters from home, and everyone got to have their letters. And Zach and Ty are saying, that this makes no difference. And then Zach wants to stay, so he wants to gather up the troops. So he wants to go to have a conversation with some of the gals. So he goes and talks to. Okay. One of his quotes that I just found super disgusting and just so gross in general was when he was like, "So considering I'm not protecting you, I want to play with you," which is like just so gross, and just so condescending to people. And they basically talk about how Zach spins things, out of control. Daniel C doesn't want to get rid of Zach. He talks about, having a connection with Zach, with Santina. But it's just like, Daniel, you're so... He honestly is... I wish we had JM in the house, because I know JM would have, taken this so much differently in the house. And, Akuzi tells him, the one time I need your support. And then Daniel's like, my vote's not needed. But we all know that this vote's going to be close, because if Hope wasn't voting, and then Arista comes on, will the house flip on Kuzi? Which we all know that was not going to happen. One of the most dramatic, we learned that those... So Zach tries to string things later, and Claudia is... So Zach and Ty are saying, we are going to leave, and if it's controlling, Claudia runs over to the girls. She talks about, making the right decision. And then so Ty and Zach sit in the dining room, contemplating. And Zach tells them that he's going to self-evict. A person from production enters into the dining room. Tells Zach they're taking the mic. And then Ty passes. Ty leaves the dining room. But before leaving the dining room, we learn that Zach decides to stay because he wants to read his letter. So, we learned that we have no eviction this week. The eviction is nullified since Zach walked out of the game. We learned that there will be anonymous HOH and POV competition. And I would like to say some spoilers we learned. If you want to see spoilers, you can stay. If you do not, please, you can log off. I'll see you guys next on episode 12. But before then, on the live feeds, on Saturday, we found out, well, not the live feeds, I wish we did have live feeds. We learned that Santina was the winner of the HOH. And that she will be targeting Dan, and or Ty, or one of the girls. We still don't know what's going on. I'll give you guys an update when this returns. I wish we had the live feeds, you guys. This really sucks. It's really hard for me to personally make these connections with these house guests when we don't have any of the live feeds. Like we don't get to see what's really going on. We don't get to see what these house guests are doing or how they're doing, and it's just really frustrating, because of we don't get to see how they're doing, or what's the real connection that are going on, because these shows are so edited. And it just sucks that we don't get to see this. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, when episode 12 is up. I'm going to be doing some more videos. I'm going to be uploading the rest of the videos from this season, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe.